All right, so we just got to look at the new development update for World War III. After about a year of nothing, we're finally here. The countdown this last week has led us to this. I'm going to be going through and giving you guys my thoughts on everything that this trailer showed off. It's about a 5-minute video, and I want to discuss what I like, don't like, and everything in between. Like the video, subscribe for more. We just hit 223,000 subscribers today, and we're kind of growing like crazy. So if you guys don't know what World War III is, I've covered it for the past like 4 years at this point. Modern infantry combined arms FPS. It dropped into early access 2018, had a horrible launch that kind of threw the game off track, and it never really recovered. Devs went silent over the last year, and now we get an updated look at the game. So let's jump in here and see what they showed off.
War is on the horizon.
God damn, that's loud. All right, so literally right off the bat, I got to turn this shit all the way down. My God. So we get the first look at the new animations. We saw these a little bit last year, but being able to see them like in game looks pretty solid. Let's run it back here.
World
Boom.
War III is now in full development at
That looks
the
great.
Farm 51, and the team is working hard to bring you.
So one thing, this is happening really, really quickly. We obviously have the narrator talking about the updates. You guys can see this trailer. If you don't want my commentary, I'll have it linked down below. But we see some shots of more vehicle gameplay. And then when we hit play here, you guys can see this is the new kill feed system. So it pops up. These banners, I believe, are going to be available as unlocks in game, as well as paid cosmetics. You'll be able to like buy some with premium currency.
To bring you an unparalleled online multi.
So running back here, one of the things that I remember from the original game was just how bad the grenade throwing was. Here, it still looks pretty stiff. Once we see the other animations and compare them to this grenade throw, you're going to realize the grenades look a little bit off still to this day. So let's watch it here.
Online multiplayer first person D1.
Let's run it back.
And the team is working hard to bring you an unparalleled.
Just looks a little stiff to me. The grenades flying through the air, they're kind of like upwards. You don't see any spiral on them. It's a little bit strange. But let's keep going here.
Multiplayer first-person shooter experience. Today, we wanted to show you how the game is shaping up by revealing some of the new features and changes we've been working on, with many inspired by feedback from our players.
So let's pause it there. What we saw there from all the gameplay shots, the game looks really, really optimized. That was one of the biggest problems last time. The game was clunky, janky, but the performance itself was really rough. All of those shots looked super smooth. We're going to keep going here, but I just wanted to point that out. The optimization this time around looks fucking phenomenal. So we got map improvements first off, right off the bat.
Global conflict is at the heart of the world.
Dude, Paul Yarny was one of my favorite maps when they dropped it. I loved these like close quarters. You can get kind of like underneath all of these apartment buildings and stuff like that. I loved this map. Let's take a look here.
World War III experience with battles taking place in major cities across the world.
Those animations look so sick, man. Berlin has gotten a pass as well. They've added these signs to like Berlin, add a lot of like rough kind of texture and grunge to these buildings.
We've optimized
I
many
love
of
the
these
look of
maps
this
to
game,
enhance
dude.
Your multiplayer experience, improving navigation, select areas, and making them more interesting battlegrounds.
So yeah, I don't believe this existed here before. I just love it. Everything that they got in terms of map design here, all the like the different props and like points of interest around these maps, fucking dope.
And despite the changes, we've stayed true.
So right there, I'm going to be pausing a lot in this video. Don't mind me. Right there, we saw our first kind of look at like a close-up, in-depth like recoil system. Let's watch it again.
Despite the changes,
so whoever's shooting here, bouncy as hell. But then you guys can see like you killed, and then it pops up with the banner again. The recoil looks very bouncy. I got to see what it feels like when I actually get into game. I'm hoping that happens soon. But the recoil looks strange to me.
Stay true to the real-world geography.
Smolensk was another great map. So here we go, gunplay and animations.
Sometimes a bullet is all that stands between you and victory. As part of our mission to improve the general feel of firing weapons in World War III, we've altered and improved gunplay and certain player animations.
Awesome.
You'll notice this when your weapon recoils. When
like that shot right there, just the gun looked really punchy as he was like, watch this, watch his recoil.
You'll notice this when your weapon
a lot of movement in the animations.
Recoils when throwing grenades.
Right here, I also pinpointed this on a live stream. This grenade throw looked terrible, and the community manager himself actually came in and said that during this test, he actually threw the grenade and started a sprint right off the bat, and it kind of broke the animations. It's weird that they used it for the footage for this trailer, because this is when I actually first noticed the grenade throwing kind of trash.
When throwing grenades.
It just looked really awkward there.
Gadgets, and so much more. Also, weapon scopes have undergone a big revamp to meet modern military standards.
So yeah, scopes look great in this. Playable realism. One thing I think they touch on a little bit later in this video, but I want to talk about it now, is you can see after he switches to the other variable scope, you can see that he does a double sprint, and it kind of looks like a little bit Modern Warfare-esque. I love it.
Weapon scopes
right
have
there.
undergone a
Love
big
that shit.
revamp to meet modern military standards.
Playable realism. Time to kill there looked pretty good, man. Hold on, let me pull that back. He only put a couple of shots into him, but you know, like I'm actually really fucking with that time to kill.
One of our goals with World War III.
So one of the things that we saw with Battlefield was the ability to spawn in vehicles kind of paradropping like they do here. This has obviously been in the works for a little while. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, they're just copying Battlefield. But we actually didn't know that Battlefield had any of that until very recent. And this game is obviously working kind of with the same ideas here. So I think it looks good, though.
One of our goals with World War III
and there's the tank.
Offer realistic simulations with
I like that idea.
Enjoyable experience. We call this.
So you guys can see here underneath, I know the title's kind of here, but new gadgets, you got RPG, C4, flashbangs, and poison grenades as well. I want to see how the poison grenades kind of work. I'm usually not a fan of when I see those in FPS games, but we'll see how they balance it.
Playable realism.
So you can see it pops out there, but we don't really see much about it.
Believability and immersion without hindering the fun, thrilling gameplay.
Also, I just want to point out, this was a YouTuber. Blue the Robot is the guy that's getting no-scoped here by Polak. So, I mean, I just want to run that back. Just to shout out to Blue the Robot getting fucking destroyed. There it is. Boom, no-scoped. You guys also notice there's a rank-up system now, so there is level progression. I love the UI and the HUD. All these different elements that are working together looks really, really nice.
As you can see,
boom, no-scoped again.
Things you can look forward to.
It's a good shot. So the backpack is something that I'm actually really excited about. I want to talk about it. Let's just watch it, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts.
Adapting your tactics to match your enemy on the battlefield is critical to success. The backpack feature lets you change and tweak your loadout on the fly, letting you switch up your strategy even in the heart of battle. So
that's really sweet. The backpack allows you to put 4 attachments into the backpack and allow to swap out at any time. Now, this is very similar to what we saw with 2042. That being said, I saw the 2042 trailer with how they have that stupid little cross menu. I like World War III's version of this better than Battlefield's, which is very surprising.
Lets you change and tweak
right here on the side. You can, oh, hold on, let's pull back here. You can see, so you got the primary sight, secondary sight, under barrel, and a muzzle, and then you also have a secondary gadget that you can switch to. This menu and the way that he holds the gun, and then you can see when he changes the attachments out, they kind of like float in and attach really nice, and you can hear the sound effect. I love it.
Or loadout on the fly, letting you switch.
The quality there is like some AAA shit.
Up your strategy even in the heart of battle. Whether you need a better scope for long-distance reconnaissance, a silencer to take out stragglers quietly, or an underslung shotgun for close combat, your backpack is an invaluable addition to your combat gear.
I love that system.
An improved movement system was a hot request from our community and testers.
There's the double sprint.
We're thrilled to
reveal
it for the first time. When you're weaving your way through gunfights in the middle of massive cities, you need to be quick and adaptable.
Now, right there, you guys see how he slid through that door? The slides are pretty long. I want to see how that actually impacts gameplay. It's a really
massive cities, you need to be quick and
like that's
adaptable.
A pretty far slide.
Stay on your toes with these traversal features.
So we got
You
enhanced
have a
vehicles as
range
well.
of vehicles at your disposal in World War III. They can be used to help you get around or fight back against the enemy. We've been working on new effects.
I love those
collision
screen effects
models,
as well,
and
bro.
stability when operating a vehicle.
The
offering
vehicles
a
look so much better.
Smoother driving experience. Additional vehicle features are under development and will be revealed in the near future.
The vehicles look so much smoother to control. I'm really excited to jump in. I'm not usually a vehicle guy. I usually try to stick with infantry, but if the tanks control like how they look like they control, I'll be jumping in way more often. So now we have customization options. Let's jump into this.
There's a wealth of customization options in World War III to help kit out your character. Guns.
Now what you guys can see here, let's pull back actually. Let's go here. So you guys can see up here, we got a couple of different currencies going on. Now, my guess is there's going to be 2 different types of currencies, premium and then the in-game stuff. I'm guessing, like you can see, unlock level, this one's not set yet. So you're going to be able to unlock some of these cosmetics in-game. And my guess is there's going to be premium cosmetics that you can purchase.
Wealth of customization options in
going
World
here.
War III to help kit out your character. Guns.
Cosmetics look great. So as we can see here, I'm getting some really big like Modern Warfare 2019 vibes. We can get to like the gunsmith, what looks like a gunsmith button here, as well as something that's stacked almost like a gold. People pointed out that there's also a blueprint system in the game as well. So there's a lot of weapon and character customization options this time around. Let's keep playing.
Accessories, gadgets, strikes, and vehicles.
So it's kind of crazy.
Change your loadouts however you like.
Let's actually pull back. That vehicle one happened really, really quickly. So he scrolls down to all of the different skins you can get. So there's Palm Knight, Mudstripe. There's a lot of customization for the vehicles, which is awesome.
However you like, and make it personal. The possibilities are near.
So, right here, so we also have different, it looks like weapon cosmetic blueprints. This is obviously an orange one. This might be like the rarity of like, I don't know how they collect them, but you can see like this is an M4, M16A5 Coyote. This is the Expedition. So we do have blueprint like cosmetic patterns as well. I'm guessing it's going to be a lot more like Modern Warfare. Maybe these ones bring different attachments. I'm not sure yet. This is going to be one of the things that I look for when I get into game.
Nearly endless. Finally, we've been redesigning elements of the...
So let's run that back because we saw the original UI. Or I guess it just shows a blank one and then pops up the UI here.
We've been redesigning elements of
I do like their UI
for better clarity.
What I will say is in the tanks and shit, there is a lot of stuff going on screen right now. I do like, this is one of my suggestions from way back, that we have all of these points up on screen close to maybe like a corner or wherever the information is, so we can see these points being taken at all times. This is a nice feature. It was needed in the original, and now we're here. There's just a lot of words and shit on screen right now, and with the bold kind of white lettering, I feel like it pops a lot more than it should. I feel like it could be a little bit more sleeker, but at least it's visibly like I can look up and see these numbers right off the bat. I think they were going more for like utility versus like pretty design. I don't know how I feel about it, but I like that this is here.
And to provide you with more information mid-game, the menus have been optimized with unnecessary elements being removed and navigation and loadout viewing being a much smoother experience.
All of this looks amazing.
The in-game heads-up display has been heavily reworked, so you can master the battlefield with even more details at your disposal.
Boom.
Take advantage of new information layers, including a detailed mini-map for better navigation.
I like that.
And enemy spotting. With a reworked deployment system, you can stay in the action and maintain tactical control when you're taken out. Make sure you spawn in the right place at the right moment.
Yeah, this whole game looks like it could have came from a AAA developer. And that's one thing I said about World War III way back in the day. It was like almost there. It needed a little bit of polish, but this looks incredible.
And speaking of being taken out, we've added a kill cam.
I love
Learn
that
from
too,
your
man.
Mistakes and use this wisdom to strike back.
I love it, bro.
That's all for now. We can't wait for you to get your hands on all this amazing content. In the meantime, keep an eye out on the official World War III website for the latest news and updates. Thanks for watching.
I love it. All right, I'm just going to do some just quick thoughts on everything we just saw. I'm just going to pull back, mute the video, and just kind of talk. No script, no nothing. So let's just hit play here. One of the things that I didn't like is the fact that we kind of came into this, there was a week-long countdown, the hype was growing, and we didn't get a release date. I feel like that was one of the things we should have seen. Here's the new game, here's what we've been working on, and then just nothing. There was no information in terms of release. There's no information in terms of like a new updated confirmation that, hey, this thing is going free to play. The last confirmation we got of that was in August of last year. We don't know what's changed. I feel like we are just looking at an updated, everything when it comes to World War III, and that's cool. But I feel like this game still has a lot of unknowns that we didn't get answered, and I would love to see that coming. I know they're going to PAX tomorrow. I don't think they're going to announce a release date at PAX. I feel like this video and this trailer would have been prime time. We also have at the end of the month the shareholder call for play.ru or myplay. I think that is not how the fuck do I say that? I don't think at the shareholder call they're going to be announcing a release date as well. So I don't know when this game is coming out. What I will say is there is one point in the trailer. I'll see if I can find it here. I think it was more early on, but right here. So right here, you guys can see up in the corner, this says early access. It's weird that they would call this an early access build when it's actually almost like a brand new game at this point. But then you can see 12/10/21. So early access 12/10/21. That looks like a date to me, especially 2021. That could be December 10th or that could be October 12th. My hope is if that is a real date for launch and they just snuck that in, that it would be December and not October. But I don't know what that is, but to me, it just looks like a date. Honestly, I'm really excited about the future of this game. I think everything they showed off today is great. Obviously, a couple of things that need tweaking. I'm hoping they let me in there soon so that I can jump in, see how the game works, give them real fucking feedback. I see some of the guys in here. I know Polak. I saw Durag in here. Blue the Robot's in here. I trust those guys to be giving really good feedback to these devs. I want to jump in, see how the game feels. I want to look into all of this stuff as well. I know they're not going to have all of the premium accounts or battle passes or however they're going to do it in there when I get in, but I do want to eventually see how they're going to be monetizing this game, see if it's balanced. There's a lot of things that we need to know. Also, another question that I have is if this game is going free to play, is there going to be some sort of anti-cheat? How are y'all going to be handling hackers or cheaters? I just want to know if we can, expect a Battlefield level response or if we can get something a little bit better. And I also want to know if we're going to be able to host our own servers. I doubt it. They didn't let us do that last time, but it'd be nice to see this time around. Other than that, though, guys, I'm impressed. Everything they're showing here literally looks like it came out of a AAA studio. I just hope it doesn't get killed by Battlefield. That's really all it is. It's not like it's competing, but in the eyes of a regular old maybe a casual gamer, they're gonna look at this and say, oh, it's a poor man's Battlefield. I don't think it is. I think this game focuses a lot more on infantry. Battlefield is about those crazy over-the-top moments, jumping out of fucking jets, killing someone with defibs and jumping back in. This game is a lot more grounded in reality, and I hope that it can carve out its own little spot, and I hope people actually give it a shot, because this looks like a quality shooter, and I would hate for people to just write it off because Battlefield's coming out. I know myself, I'm going to be playing both. I love World War III, especially if it's free to play, man. They have a really good opportunity to really shine. I'm excited. But let me know what you guys think down below. Leave a comment. If you guys enjoy the video, leave a like on it. I'm going to be following World War III moving forward like I always have. This is one of the games that I kind of built my channel on. World War III was huge for us. All the videos that I've done on it, for the most part, have done really, really well. I know you guys like it, and I know you're anticipating this game coming out as well. So I'm going to try and just kind of keep up to date with it. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for everything, and I'll see you on the next one.